thanks so much for joining me for yoga class today. Today's offering is yoga for sciatica. And this one was made on request. If you ever have any requests for something that you would like to work on for your body, for your needs, just let me know in the comments and I'll design and create a class for you. So yoga for sciatica. If you're someone who suffers from this or low back pain, I'm going to take us through 7 postures that are going to help relieve some of that pain. So this will be a gentle class offering. We'll be grounded in our postures, nothing standing. And we're also going to focus on slow, conscious breathing, which is going to help to provide that sense of relief from this discomfort of sciatica. So this way you can learn postures that are going to empower you to take care of that pain and manage it when it arises. So for this class today, go ahead and get a strap. If you don't have a strap, it's all good. You can use a scarf or a belt or even a rolled up towel. We are going to be on our backs for most of the postures, so we'll be in a reclined position. So you can take your postures from the cueing of my voice, or you might want to set up your camera or your body so that you can glance over and see what we're doing from your reclined position. So the strap will just set outside of the mat so that we can easily grab onto it. When you're ready, go ahead and come onto your back. Let yourself get grounded. Feel the tailbone, the back, the shoulders, and the head connected. If you feel discomfort at the back of your neck, you can tuck your chin towards your chest to lengthen the cervical spine. Once you feel set up and comfortable from your reclined position, you'll take the strap in your hand. I'll demonstrate first with the right side. So I'll just lift my right knee. As you lift your foot, hook the strap onto the ball or the arch of the foot, and then extend your leg. Your opposite knee can be bent, or you can straighten and ground that leg down. So we'll just walk our hands up the strap, but we'll focus on keeping the shoulders grounded. And we'll start with the knee above the hip, ankle above the knee. You might already feel enough sensation here, but if you don't feel enough of a stretch, go ahead and pull the strap. Notice that the elbows are bending. You might walk the hands up the strap. Remember, keep the shoulders grounded. And just find your edge, that place where you feel a nice stretch, but not to the point of pain or feeling out of control. Feel into the right hamstring and try to keep your leg as straight as possible. Let's take another couple rounds of breath here. For your last round of breath, maybe you take it a little deeper if that feels appropriate. If this is your first hamstring stretch of the day, be gentle. And as you exhale, let the foot come back to the neutral point. Lift your opposite leg, take your foot to the loop in the strap, release your right leg. So knee can be bent or you can straighten the leg. So we'll start at our neutral starting point, knee above the hip, ankle above the knee. This might be enough of a stretch. If so, stay here. If it's too much, give it a little more slack. If you need to intensify the stretch, walk the hands up the strap. Feel into that appropriate stretch with the leg as straight as possible and back out if you feel pain. This leg might feel totally different than the first leg, so keep that in mind. All we need to do is find our edge on this side for 2 more rounds of breath. Maybe for the last round of breath, going a little deeper only if that feels appropriate. As we exhale, we'll release the strap. You can keep the strap in your hand, remove the leg as if you're coming into Shavasana. Just pausing and feeling into both legs. Noticing any fluidity that you feel. Noticing the release of tightness. And then allowing the knees to bend, soles of the feet connecting to the mat. Coming into a reclined figure four, we'll lift the right foot, bring the right ankle to the left thigh, just above the knee. Then we'll lift the left foot, aligning the ankle with the knee, flexing the feet. We'll take our right hand between the legs, left hand around the outside of the left thigh. Interlace the fingers, feel the palms at the left hamstring, and then feel into the right hip. If you feel enough of a stretch, stay here. If you want to go deeper, pull the left leg towards your torso, deepening the stretch. Now hold the stretch. Extend your left leg. Hold and breathe. Maybe pulling the legs closer to the torso. And with your next exhale, rebend the left knee. Release the hands. Let the left foot float down to the mat. Release the right leg. Right foot meets the mat. Pause here. Full round of breath. Inhale through the nostrils. Exhale, open the mouth, let it go. Set it free. Lift the left foot. Bring the left ankle to the right thigh. Lift the right foot, aligning the ankle with the knee. Both feet are flexed. Left hand reaches between the legs. Right arm around the outside of the right leg. Fingers interlace. Feel the palms at the right hamstring. And then notice the left hip. Is this enough sensation? Or do you need to pull your thigh closer to your torso? You might even close your eyes and visualize your exhalation breath traveling into your left hip. Noticing each inhale and each exhale. Allowing your pranayama to assist you in this pose. If the eyes are closed, start to open them. Extend the right leg, straightening it. Feel into this, and then decide if you want to pull the legs a little closer to the body. No stress, just explore what your body needs. With our next exhale, we'll rebend the right knee. Release the hands from the thigh. Let the arms ground down. Let the right foot float down. Unwind the left leg. Left foot meets the mat. Pause here. Come back to your breath. Notice how much air you can take in as you inhale all the way to the top of the breath. And as you exhale, big sigh of relief, set the breath free. Lift your feet. Knees are bent. We're going to take a moving spinal twist several times in each direction. So we want to keep the arms grounded down, thinking about our arms like anchors. Take an inhale breath. As you exhale, take both knees over to the left. Keep the right shoulder grounded. As you inhale, lift the knees up. Exhale, knees over to the right. each time you inhale, lift the knees up. Each time you exhale, opposite direction. I don't know if you guys heard this through the microphone, but I got a really nice spinal twist crack in the spine. I love when that happens. Just releasing stagnant energy from between the bones. It's all good. If you hear cracking and popping, don't worry about it. Just keep moving from side to side. And notice that as you're doing this, you're also offering yourself a nice massage for the glutes. Continue to move. Continue to feel. Know that you're serving your body. Empowering yourself through your practice. Some nice stretching for the low back in a really safe and controlled way. Let's take one more on each side and then we'll meet at center. Your movement following your breath. The next time we make our way to center, rolling onto the back, we'll let the feet float down. We're going to work on one side at a time. So let's lift the right knee and we'll take our hands behind the right knee. Left leg can stay as it is. So this is called a supine sciatic nerve glide. We'll extend our right leg and then we'll hold. From here, as we inhale, we'll point the toes, and as we exhale, we'll flex the foot. Inhale, point. Exhale, flex. Continue to move. We're going to do this 10 times. Feel free to follow me, or feel free to go at your own count. We're halfway through. That was 5, 6. Continue to move with the breath for 7. This is one that we want to do twice a day if we suffer from sciatica. Slow, controlled movement. So after our 10th round, we're going to relax the foot. We're going to bend the knee. Let that right foot drop down. Feel the difference in your foot. And then lift the left knee. Right leg stays grounded, hands come behind the knee. From here, we extend the leg. We keep the leg straight and we work with moving the ankle to assist the foot. As we inhale, we point the toes. And as we exhale, we flex the foot. Inhale, point. Exhale, flex. Coming into round 3. Again, feel free to follow me or feel free to go at your own pace. Coming into round 5. Holding the leg, keeping the integrity of the pose. Feeling that nice stretch at the foot. Just a few more rounds. You've got this. Remember, twice a day to help yourself relieve sciatic pain. All right, last round. We bring the foot to stillness, and then from here, we'll bend the knee, release the hands, foot floats down. Now we're going to lift both feet, feel the tailbone pressing down to the mat. Take your hands to your shins. As you inhale, hug the knees in, and as you exhale, release. So as you inhale, you're bending the elbows, bringing the knees in. As you exhale, you're releasing, arms straighten. Let's take a few more. Slow, controlled movement, assisting your physical body. Release the hands from the shins. Now we're going to change the station of our body. We're either going to roll over to one side or we'll take our hands under our knees, coming onto our seat, just so that we can transition now to child's pose. So in our child's pose, we've got a couple different options. Oftentimes, child's pose is called with the knees wide, big toes together. This is really nice for the hips. If your hips are tight, you'll like this variation. If you're really suffering from low back pain, I suggest bringing the knees together, feet together, forehead to the mat, arms by your sides, getting a little more flexion for the spine. You might even try both, see which one is assisting you the most. And as you exhale, settle in. Not only is child's pose good for sciatica, but it also helps us to reduce stress and anxiety. It assists us in calming our nervous system, allowing us to downregulate, helping us to sleep better at nighttime, giving us an opportunity to go inward, to be present with ourselves, to offer this time of self-care. This is one you're welcome to stay in for 3 to 5 minutes, maybe longer, maybe 8 to 11 minutes, just depending on how much discomfort you have at your low back. If you're trying this and your glutes don't come down to your heels, you can always position a folded up blanket between your calves and your hamstrings to close out that gap. With our next inhale, we'll start to come out by lifting our head, reaching the crown of the head all the way up, finding a straight spine. And we're going to come into one more posture. This is our final posture to serve our sciatic nerve pain. This one is going to be legs up the wall. So you want to find a wall space in your home that you can bring your legs up to. So I'm going to shimmy forward. Actually, I'll come over to this wall. So what you want to do, and you can always take a blanket underneath if you have a hard surface, you want to bring one side of your hip up against the wall, and then you'll bend the elbows, lower down, rotate so that you can get your legs up the wall. Now you might have to shimmy because you want to get your tailbone as close as possible. And then as you bring your legs up the wall, you want the legs to be as straight as possible. If you scoot back so that your tailbone can ground down, make it safe. Let your arms float out to the sides. This is a really great posture to do every day, especially at the end of the day. It's a gentle inversion. It's also a great way to work with hamstring opening. You'll notice if your hamstrings are tight. The wall is an awesome prop. Legs up the wall is a posture that we can always take at the end of our yoga practice instead of Shavasana. Lots of benefits to these poses. Feel free to stay here as long as you'd like, especially if the hamstrings are tight, especially if you've been on your feet a lot today. Offer yourself this time. There's no rush to come out. But whenever you decide that you are ready, you can simply bend your knees, taking your feet towards the wall, and then rolling out to one side. Remember, you can stay there. You don't have to come out. So those are just 7 postures that you can take anytime you're feeling that sciatic nerve pain, anytime you're feeling low back pain, give yourself time. It doesn't take very long at all. I think that was about 20 minutes. Just honor your body, give it what it needs so that you can continue to feel good in your body. It's the only one you're going to have in this lifetime, so definitely take care of it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. Please let me know if there's anything I can create for you. I'm really grateful for your presence. I love to share this practice with you. Hope to see you again. Thank you. Namaste.